6ix9ine, but we'll call him Six, is a 21-year-old rapper who lives in New York. One day in 2017, Six has a notion that he wants attention, and boy is he going to get a lot of it. Believes that including a number of real gang members in a music video will help him get notoriety as a rapper and garner a lot of attention. That's why he records a music video with the 9 Trey gang. Gangster Bloods posts this video to YouTube, and all of a sudden, it goes viral. He now receives all the attention he desires and earns a substantial amount of money, which is good. So he says, I'm going to do it. This is working really well for him, and he now has a formula that states that if he adopts this gangster identity, his music videos will receive a ton of views. He then uploads another video with the 9 Trey, Bloods, and so on. He does that, and he makes sure to show everyone how gangster he is. I'm a gangster, and I know I am, and I tell everyone all the time. He also has to show off his money because, well, gangsters do that. This is a $500,000, and look at the jewels in their teeth. Everything is going great for him, but 6ix9ine has a problem. He can't just keep telling people that he's in this gang, and in order to keep everyone from realizing that he is not a street person, he must eventually join this gang. He begins working toward joining this gang and assists them in their organized crime activities, such as selling narcotics and shooting. And despite earning a lot of money from his music and his star status, he is out there doing small-time crimes and robbing others. For example, one day in 2018, he planned a heist against a man, and when a woman leaves a building, Six and his gang members are looking on like, yo, let's go rob them. So the group leaps out of the car, grabs pews, and then ambushes the man. Woman, give me all your stuff, they say, while Six sits back and tapes the entire thing from the car. He doesn't seem like a very gangster to me, but you know anyway. I suppose Six just really wants attention from all of this after that. He foolishly posts the crimes video to social media, and for this and a number of other crimes he conducts, he is jailed along with the gang members. He faces numerous counts, including racketeering, armed robbery, conspiracy to murder, and if found guilty, he could face 47 years in prison. This is where things get really complex for him. Six is lying in a jail cell contemplating all of this after serving years in prison, and after less than 24 hours there, he suddenly realizes that he knows precisely how to escape this situation and stay out of jail. A snitch will assist the federal government and blame everything on the other gang members who were present and committed the crimes alongside him. Six does just that. He gives up his gangster identity and fully cooperates with the federal government, goes to court, testifies against his fellow gang members, and some of them are sentenced to more than 10 years in prison. Meanwhile, Six receives a sentence of 2 years in prison for his cooperation and all of this snitching. Since of the COVID pandemic, he is actually released early. Naturally, he immediately returns to social media to celebrate, since as you may recall, he simply loves all the attention. In addition, he resumes his musical career and views, and generating enormous sums of money till his career returns to a respectable level. Six's street cred has been severely damaged as a result of his snitch, and people frequently refer to him as a rat. And when a random guy in 2020 yells "rat" at Six in a strip club in Miami, Six becomes enraged and tosses a bottle of champagne as hard as he can because he obviously detests being called that. However, it sails straight past the man and instead strikes a dancer in the head. She sues him and gets 10 million, but his troubles don't end there. Remember the man and woman he and the gang stole that day? They sue him too, and in 2022, Six must plead with a judge, saying, oh, he can't pay this man and woman. He's struggling to make ends meet, and having to pay all this money will bankrupt him and he'll never recover financially. But after all of this, he goes ahead and shares this video on social media, where he's got a lot of cash on him.
1 million, 5 houses right here. Maybe 2 houses right there, you feel me? I do not cap, this is really my lifestyle.
Others are watching everything like, wasn't that you? I mean, even TMZ calls him out on this, just notifying the judge that you're broke.
You owe like $1 million in restitution. And I know that you have told the judge that you just didn't have it.
I ain't got it right now. I ain't got it. And that was prop money, like I said.
Or he must acknowledge that it was all a lie and that he was only doing it to gain attention, which he obviously was. His career's now in ruins. He is being sued repeatedly. He has a reputation as a rat, and he is simply not earning earning the same amount of money as he did when he first started popping off, which is when he enlists this man's assistance. Steve, a YouTuber and live streamer who is 6ix's friend, genuinely wants to support his friend. He seeks to secure 6ix a deal with the platform Rumble once he makes some money. He begins endorsing 6ix to the folks at Rumble, saying, "You can trust 6ix, give him a deal, he'll pull through for you." Steve claims that this works, and he secures a live streaming contract with 6ix in which 6ix is paid $2 million if he streams himself playing video games for an hour once a week. That's $2 million up front for an hour of video gameplay a week, which is a pretty good deal. 6ix accepts this deal, but he messes everything up because he doesn't do the streams and instead spends the $2 million on stupid things. For example, they're spending $300,000 on Birkins, which obviously makes Steve look awful and makes 6ix owe him money. I don't know how they worked that out. But then gets worse for 6ix because he's going to fight some real-ass gangsters who never play around the IRS. So while he's been doing music videos, getting on camera, flaunting all this money, and showing everyone how rich he is, he's also simply not paying taxes.
Addressing the IRS situation. Listen, a lot of y'all don't understand how this work because y'all not on that tax bracket, right? What happened was that I didn't report my taxes for 2020, 21, 22.
01, he was earning millions and millions of dollars for 4 years without paying taxes on it. And the IRS, well, they don't like that too much, and they're not involved in this, so all of a sudden they take a lot of his assets, including his cars and jewelry, including his well-known shark chain. This is only a small portion of what this man has done. He has been the subject of so many lawsuits, allegations, and charges that I can't even put it all into one article. He is amusing to watch though, and they auction off all of his belongings to pay off his enormous tax burden nevertheless.